My name is Ifi. We are in Severn, Maryland, and this is my venue, Catalea House. Instagram is @CataleaHouse, and welcome. It's 8141 Telegraph Road, Severn, Maryland.
Okay, she got the address and everything, right? Spell Catalea for the people who don't know.
Catalea, Cataleya, and then house, spelled the German like house, Haus.
Haus. You got a little international in there, yeah.
Trying.
I already know what it is. We're going to take you all the way through the venue. I'm going to be making my notes. As y'all know, I don't hold my tongue. I want to see exactly what we can do, what the process is, and how we're going to make this a super successful venue. So Ifi, take us inside.
All right, here we go. This is one of 2 units we're going to be combining.
Okay.
So there's the entrance.
How big is this venue?
Combined, I think each is about 1,500, give or take. This might be the smaller one. We're in this first suite right now.
Okay, and combined for
3506. 3506.
3506. Okay, cool. Okay, take me around because I want to see what your ideas are.
So there's I'm kind of going in the circle right now. There's the entrance. We have the ceiling, like it does need quite a bit of work. This unit is a little more finished than the next one that we're gonna go look at. I'm going towards the bathrooms right now. I don't know if you can see this. So there's 2 bathrooms in here. They're pretty small. My plan is one of them is gonna be extended according to the architect that I'm talking to. We're gonna extend the walls a little bit so it can be ADA. Because right now, none of them are ADA compliant according to he's very by the book, so.
You say he's very by the book. Who are you referring to?
The architect I'm working with. So the county requires permits, building permits to do anything at all, even little improvements, as long as they're structural. So he's going to be involved, and I'm taking one wall down. So we're going to take the wall back there down in the middle that divides the suites. And there's a pillar in the middle, so that's going to be there. And then we're trying to keep it MVP, as we have learned in ESC. So I had to cut out a bunch of things, but the ceiling is going to be a lot of work because I initially thought about putting the tiles back in on both sides. Tried to get the landlord to do that. They're not really trying to do much of anything. I got the 6 months concession, and they're gonna help pay to replace the water heater because we just found out the water heaters are not working. He replaced the other side, but he wants me to replace this side. He's gonna reimburse me once it's all done, apparently. But the ceiling tiles, the issue is they redid the sprinkler system. So everything faces up. And in order to put tiles back in to try and keep it a lot less expensive, it's gonna involve like $10,000 to get the pipe, the sprinkler heads to be turned down and extended to reach the I don't know if you can see the ceiling. Yeah, to do all of that. So it's gonna cost me more to put tiles back in. So I'm just gonna do an exposed ceiling at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exposed ceiling. What are you kind of referring to?
Exposed ceiling, as in the HVAC is going to be exposed. I was just going to either paint the ceiling black, if possible. Okay. I don't know what that's going to entail. I'm still getting quotes on that. Right now it is. You can't really see it above us. It is insulated, so they're going to have to. It looks like that aluminum foil. Look. So I was thinking simplest thing would be just to patch it up where it's damaged, spray paint that black, and then we need to there's a lot of wires in here. This used to be a security company building or something, and there's a lot of electrical excess wire in the ceilings, and that needs to come out. So. Okay. And then the floors, I'm thinking polished concrete.
Let me see the floors.
How do I show you the floors? So right now it's a lot of glue. I think they said that this was glue on top of it. There was carpet maybe, so that was all ripped out already when we got here. But they said it is a concrete base. So I was thinking maybe polished concrete or LVT.
Okay.
But LVT, I'd have to buy the product, and the quotes I'm getting at least $10,000 for that. And the quotes I got for polished concrete was about $8,500, $8,750. So that's why I'm kind of going with that.
I have some thoughts on that. We'll definitely talk about that a little later.
Okay.
How high are the ceilings? That looks like it's 12 feet?
12 feet total, but where the HVAC comes down, that's about 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the drop ceiling was right at the HVAC. I can't go any higher than that.
Right, gotcha.
So yeah.
Let's keep going.
Okay, do you want to see the other side?
So that's it for this venue?
Yes, it's a big open space and it's 2 bathrooms back there.
Let me see the bathrooms.
Okay, sure.
Is that an alarm system?
What were you looking at?
I saw something on the wall.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Which
Keep
side?
going back. Keep going back.
Oh, back this way?
No. Sorry, towards the front.
Towards the front. The thing hanging down from the ceiling?
No. On your left.
Oh yeah, that's
Is that an alarm system or a thermostat?
both. There's one. This is the alarm system, and then the thermostat is over here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we were told the HVAC was recently replaced. I don't know when, but it's supposed to all be working. So that was part of the lease agreement.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, yeah, let me see the bathrooms.
So these are the bathrooms. Let me see. It's no light in here. The ceilings are jacked up, so that needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Let me see. Do you want me to open the other one?
Other what?
Bathroom.
Yeah, let me see it.
There's 2 on this side.
Yeah, let me see the other bathroom.
Okay. The ceilings also, all the bathrooms, there's 3 total. There's 1 on the other side. And I don't have really torch. Let me see if I can turn the thing on. I should have brought a torchlight. No. Can you see?
You can just turn it around so I can get an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to get an idea of kind of. Okay, cool. So it's got it's got a sink, mirror, toilet. Is it usable? Is the plumbing good?
It's all turned off. I need to call on Monday to get all that stuff turned on. I just got the keys, so.
So you mean the water is not turned on?
Yes, but I was told plumbing, everything should be functional. The only thing I've been told about plumbing right now is the water heater needs to be replaced.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep going. What's that behind you? Is that a rail or something?
So yeah, there's stairs that go upstairs. These stairs right here,
Yeah.
both suites. So the floor at the back is elevated, I guess. It's street level back here. We can go outside eventually. So this comes back to the back lot, I guess, where the dumpsters and stuff are.
Yeah.
And the parking, as far as like tenants parking or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there is an extra little office on the side. We can go to that now since we're out here. This used to be the landlord's office is what they called it. My plan was to connect this because there is no connection to the inside of the venue. So that this would be storage. It has like the little racks already here. This was a garage. This is a garage.
So that's a garage?
This is a garage and there's an office and a bathroom connected here. So they included that. It's all included in the lease.
Okay, is this part of the 1,500 square feet of the other space or is this extra?
Part of the 1,500, this space, Suite A, is 1914. So when I told you 1,500, I'm assuming I don't know how big this is, you might be able to guess, but I'm assuming this might be the 400 something extra. It's an addition onto the building, so there is no connection out other than the back door. I have to come outside to get in here.
What's going on, guys? Brian here. So I'm so sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to take this time to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps push the video forward so we can get it out to more viewers like you that could really utilize this information. So if you could just take 2 seconds, there'll be a button right below, right next to my name that says subscribe. If you could just go ahead and do that, that's my only ask. That's the only thing I'm asking for. It just really helps the team. It just lets us know that the videos that we're going out are good quality and that they're really helping people. All right, so please do me a quick favor, hit subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Back to the video.
Yeah, so I was gonna do storage and I talked to the architect. He said we could do go through the wall. It's brick, that is fully brick wall.
Yeah.
Not on this side, but in the office. This is the office I'm going into now. So he was saying that we could go through this wall, but we would have to put stairs in order for me to get tables and stuff or any furniture and stuff in there, or take it all the way around the building to get through the front door.
Because it's a different level.
Yes, exactly. So there's a bathroom in here, and this is the little office. It's also missing ceiling tiles. This is carpet in here. So for now, I was just thinking it's gonna either be storage space, an office space. I know everybody's doing the little VIP rooms. I don't think it's gonna make sense for a VIP room, honestly, because guests would have access to, unless I lock the other door, guests would, how would they have access to it? So yeah, this has its own, so that's the fourth bathroom is out here. I don't count it because it's not going to be part of the venue.
It's not connected, right?
Yeah, so mainly storage, and then if I'm gonna be working or staying here while guests are having events, then it'd probably be in here. I guess I can open it back door. So both units have access to the back door or to the back of the space. Yeah. So this also has stairs that you come down. They're not as nice as the other stairs. These are carpeted and they're damaged. So I'm not too sure what to do with it. And then there's the bathroom right there. That's a bigger bathroom of the three.
Let me see it.
Yeah. This one is even darker. I can't really see no lights. So this one was tiled.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's usable. It's not like you gotta...
Yeah. My plan was to just do like peel and stick tile on the floor, paint it. I was gonna do all of that myself, as long as there shouldn't be any plumbing issues. For the ADA bathroom on the other side, the one we're gonna extend the walls, I'm gonna get a sink or something. The sink that I saw one at Home Depot, like $100 and something, that is good for, it doesn't have anything under it. Like the wall mounted sink. Yeah, the wall mounted sink. So that's the only change or extra thing that I was gonna do.
Where?
In the bathroom, that'll be the ADA one on the other side, the first bathroom I showed you.
So you want to take out the sink cabinet and just leave like a floating sink?
Yes. So it'll meet the ADA requirements. I think so people with wheelchairs can use it, I guess.
Okay.
That was my plan, but I'll hear what you have to say. There used to be a door that connected to the next suite, but it looks like the landlord walled that in already. So that was already taken care of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, so you said that, so the other suite is on that side?
No, the other suite that I am renting is this side, right? Over here, there's 2 more suites that are available. They have not been leased yet. So he told me yesterday that they actually took the door out and walled it in. I guess that's the door right there.
Gotcha.
My plan for this is a lot more messy than the other side. The ceiling grid is gone. Floor is the same. I was gonna have a kitchenette over here because the plumbing for the bathroom is on this wall. So might as well connect like a sink or something on this side. And then just have cabinets, keep it simple. A couple of cabinets and countertop, tabletop, whatever I need to put over here. And that would be where the food, I guess, could be. I don't know if you have any other thoughts. And all of this wall is gonna be gone. This is the wall that's coming down.
That's the wall that's coming down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's keep going around the venue.
Okay, so you can see behind me, this is what the ceiling.
Real quick, how much space do you know? How much space is that this sheetrock, the wall that you're taking down? Do you know how much space you're gonna get? Like, do you know like how deep the wall?
The wall? Oh, I don't think it's even up to. I doubt it's maybe less than a foot. I don't think it's that thick.
Okay.
Yeah, because this pillar isn't that big. There's this pillar right here is gonna stay. That's the structural. Everything else they said that the wall can come down and the pillars obviously has to stay. So I don't think it's that thick. Maybe less than a foot.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I believe this is all just drywall. Yeah, and this side also wires is pretty bad. Like I can't imagine it properly with all this wiring. So I don't know if that's what the architect called was electrical demolition or something. They have to take all of those things. Is that what it's called?
You said electrical demolition.
Demolition is what he had on his little quote that he wrote. I asked him, what is that? And he said it had to do with taking out the wiring. And this wall has outlets on it. It has about 5 or 6 outlets on it, the one that's coming down. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But yeah, so this is the space. Again, the HVAC is gonna be painted. So the other side will look more like this once the grid comes down.
Right, okay. Kind of like, give me a 360 of it real quick. Yeah, okay, and that's the door. Gotcha, okay, cool. Are there any other rooms or anything like that?
That's it.
Okay, cool. All right, so since you're already in this room, I'll start here.
Okay.
So as of right now, obviously it's pretty close to shelf space.
Mm-hmm.
It's not shelf space, but it's pretty damn close. So there is going to be a good amount of work. There's only so much MVP that we could do.
Right.
But there's a lot of ways that we can kind of save and whatnot. First and foremost, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more so off camera. Can you tell me kind of like how the architect got involved?
My family, I kind of reached out to they're my boss, my aunt, my cousin, and to see they're very entrepreneurial. They have their own businesses going on and stuff like that. And my aunt loves the decorating, so she knows about my project. And I was trying to see, I was worried a little bit about my funding with the quotes that I was getting for this place. So I was talking and she said she would always be interested in investing. So that's a conversation that we're gonna have. And they're very excited about it. They've seen the space. And they have an architect that they've been working with for years who has done renovations, personal and business, for them, and they recommended him. I reached out about an architect because looking at the city, talking to the city, they said that anything structural would require building permits. Like if I'm gonna do anything here, it's gonna require permits from the county. So looking at that process, it requires plans, architectural plans. So that's where the architect came in. If not, I wouldn't be doing all of that. So
The architect gave you so far.
I've been told his pricing is pretty reasonable or cheap compared to what would normally be priced. I'm assuming because of the family connection. But so far, I told him what I'm trying to do. He decided to give me the price for everything, including him buying all the fixtures and all the other stuff. $82K, and I was like, hell no.
Wait, the architect gave you a price for fixtures or a contractor?
He has people that he works with. So maybe he's an architect as well as a GC or something. I have a feeling that's what it is. He has electricians, plumbers, and all these people. He has a team. So he's getting quotes from them and then basically put it on paper, and it came up to $82K. And I was shocked. I was livid, and I was like, this is not happening. I already told him my budget. I'm not trying to go more than 20K if that's even possible. But a lot of stuff I'm gonna do myself. I already said painting, mudding the walls, all that stuff I'm doing myself. If I can do the floor myself, if I have to do LVT, I'm a lay floor. I don't care. So I'm ready. I'll make the time. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But obviously the ceiling, the electrical, the plumbing, it shouldn't be much plumbing outside of, I wanted them to look in the wall to see what needs to be done to get a sink for the kitchenette. And then the additional thing came up with the landlord saying that the water heater has to be replaced now. So that's the only plumbing that they would be doing. And he kind of quoted like 6,000 something. I was like, that is ridiculous. I don't think that makes sense, but we'll see. So,
Okay.
yeah. And then,
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
yeah.
So I'll start from the top down. Your biggest concern. So we're gonna talk about the architect situation a little bit more off camera because I don't want to put anything on the internet
Right.
that people messed up. But your biggest concerns overall are going to be flooring and the ceiling.
Right.
Your biggest concerns, and those are going to be and the ceiling more so because there are those ceiling tiles, which if you want to remove the racks, you're going to have to get those removed, but you're also going to have an electrician just kind of like pack up the wires and whatnot.
Right.
That's going to be your biggest expense, right? So kind of starting from, I don't want to lose my train of thought. Do you mind walking to the first unit just so I can
Okay.
start from?
Sure. We'll just head outside.
Yeah, let's start with the first unit and then we'll kind of work back. That way I don't get my notes confused. All right, cool. So on that and whatnot, that is definitely going to bring up your budget, and it's definitely going to surpass the 20K. I think 20K is a great budget. I think it's a great MVP budget, and I'd like to stick with that, and I think you can do that. Obviously, it's not going to be everything in a bag of chips. It's not going to be the Taj Mahal, but it doesn't need to be because that's not the goal right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to the bathrooms, me personally, like I wouldn't stress about it being ADA right this second, only because that is like to open that up is going to be thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't worry about that right now.
What do you mean open it up? Like,
what they were saying, what the architect was saying is that he's going to have to open it up. He's going to have to make it bigger, to make it ADA.
yeah, like this wall is gonna be extended out a few inches or something. So
Yeah.
drywall, I guess. So from what he gave me on his quote, it didn't look like it was that much. So I don't know. But it's many, drywall, he said they would be purchasing drywall, I think a little under 3,000 or something.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
So it's more than just pushing back a wall, right? They technically need to destroy that wall and rebuild a new one.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to have to be. Like 3,000 is pretty on point.
Okay.
That like it's something unnecessary right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't jump and do that right this second because that's an extra $3,000.
Right.
Like for $2,000, I'd rather buy 3 grass balls and rent those out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna talk about the whole architect ADA thing a little bit more off camera when we're done here.
Okay.
But I just want to plant that seed in your mind for right now, where it's like, okay, cool, yeah, we can go ahead and jump and make those ADA. It's not the biggest concern right now because you are gonna be looking at an extra $3,000 per bathroom.
Per bathroom? No, just that one. It's just gonna be one ADA, just one. Yeah.
Oh, so the other one you're not changing?
No, I'm not messing with any others. Just this one. That's why it's one big open space. So there's 3 bathrooms total. I wanted at least one of them to meet that ADA. And I'm not trying to be by the book ADA. I just wanted to make sure I have the little wall supports for people to use the bathroom. And then we were thinking just to make it a little bit wider. He said it needs to be a 5 foot. Yeah, so that was it. And then changing the sink. I figured that would meet the minimum requirements. That was my thinking. Yeah, that's what I told him, and that's what he's trying to work around. It's not something that he told me we have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you married to that? Like, is that something you really want to do, or are you kind of fine with?
I don't know. Is it something that'll move the needle if I don't have ADA bathrooms? I just wanted to accommodate anybody who might have handicap. Yeah.
I had a 2,500 square foot facility. I mean, that one technically, the door was an ADA. The bathroom was, but the door size wasn't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at it in terms of bookings,
yeah.
Like, oh, are people not going to book it because it's not ADA compliant? Absolutely not. That couldn't be farther from the truth.
Okay.
If it's also like you want to do it to be by the book, if this, that, and the third, then okay, cool, that's a different concern, and that's completely up to you. That's a business decision.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like getting bookings and whatnot, it's not gonna slow your roll.
You don't think that's something that'll affect occupancy whenever the fire marshal or whoever comes in here?
It will, but here's the thing, right? Occupancy is one thing. How many people you can actually hold is a whole other.
Okay.
Right? So you can have an occupancy of 60, right? But then it's like people are gonna look at your venue and be like, you can hold more than 60 people here. Are you gonna be there with a clicker every single party?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. So that's a whole. It's 2 different things we're talking about here.
Okay.
Occupancy for sure. Like, okay, cool. This facility occupancy limit is 100 people, 120, whatever the case may be. But then there's when people are coming into your venue and they're looking at 3,000 square foot spot. They're not booking a 3,000 square foot spot to only hold 60 people.
Right.
Like they're gonna be like, you could probably pack 100 people in here. You know what I'm saying? Different conversation, but I just want to kind of plant that seed in your mind in terms of like what's kind of needed, what's not. I just want to make sure my camera didn't turn. Still good. Awesome. So yeah, that was that. Kind of going back to what you said about the county wants structural, that's totally correct. Now, when it comes down to structural,
Mm-hmm.
do you know the difference between structural and cosmetic?
Yes. Structural is anything that's going to affect the building itself, right? Cosmetic is the paint, the flooring. So that's what my definition of structural and cosmetic, right?
Yeah, so you pretty much hit it on the head, right? So in terms of the work that you're trying to do, the only thing structural that you're really trying to touch is, like I mentioned, the ceiling, and then also knocking out that wall.
Yes.
That's structural, for
right.
Sure. Right? If you do go down the path of the architect and whatnot, which again is a business decision,
Mm-hmm.
I would focus on just that alone, just the wall.
What's going on, guys? Brian here. So I'm so sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to take this time to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps push the video forward so we can get it out to more viewers like you that could really utilize this information. So if you could just take 2 seconds, there'll be a button right below, right next to my name that says subscribe. If you could just go ahead and do that, that's my only ask. That's the only thing I'm asking for. It just really helps the team. It just lets us know that the videos that we're going out are good quality and that they're really helping people. All right, so please do me a quick favor, hit subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Back to the video.
Like, I would just say, hey, this is all we're doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that 82K will rack up really quickly. You know what I'm saying? So like, the way I would approach that conversation, like, hey, listen, let's draw plans just to remove this wall. And here's the thing, right? He might look at it and just like, hey, if that's all you're doing, I don't think the city's gonna come down on you for that.
Okay.
That's the conversation he'd be more versed on. But I would present the plans as this is all I'm doing for right now. because removing a wall is structural and that is a concern. To be honest, it's drywall, knock it out, the poles are still there. It's not the biggest deal in the world. However, I since you're already talking to him, I would get his opinion on that in terms of like, hey, look, listen, all I want to do is remove this wall.
Okay.
Don't worry about anything else. I just want to remove this wall.
Okay.
100%. When it comes down to the ceiling tile and the sprinkler, I think you mentioned 10K.
Yes, I got the landlord to give me the information for the people because they're doing sprinkler testing right now. So I spoke to the gentleman and he said that yes, everything is actually facing upwards, like you can see it. And if we put in drop ceilings, which was I want exposed ceilings. That's always been something I wanted. But I had to revisit the drop ceilings because Suite A already has the grid in here. I would just need to reinstall the grid on the other side.
When you said reinstall the grid, what do you mean by that?
When I was looking at doing drop ceilings, Suite B, to make it uniform, would need to have the grids back in. They're gone on the other side.
You said the grid, you mean the metal piping?
Yes, so this is here, the other suite is gone. So, and if I was doing drop ceiling throughout the whole venue, it only makes sense to put it back up over there as well, which would also entail buying tiles. I looked at all of that stuff. It was going to be way more than. And just to have the sprinklers come down, they quoted me $8,300 to $10,000 at least.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, forget that. We are going back to the exposed ceiling. So if anything, these grids need to come out. I'm pretty sure I can do that. But
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
1, whether you have an exposed ceiling or not, sprinklers is still a factor, which I'm going to come back to in just a second.
Okay.
2, is because I know there's stairs involved and there's kind of like a difference in elevation.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 units, are they the same elevation?
Yes.
And the ceilings, are the same height?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So with that being said, I do like the exposed ceiling idea. I would do that. It would save you a lot of money. That way, an electrician could just come and hide all the wires.
Okay.
If necessary, or utilize whatever wires and then just do like some pendulum lighting or something like that, which is like the kind of like the drop ones.
Yeah.
Going back, and that would save you on the cost of the ceiling tile, and you remove the grid, and you could just chop that down or whatever the case may be. When it comes down to the sprinkler, whether you have the drop ceiling or not, that is going to be a factor in terms of having it there. Now, here's the thing: you can kick that can down the road. You can say, hey, because sprinkler system is going to be very expensive.
Yeah.
Like you said, right? Is it something you have to have right here, right now, right this second? Technically, yes. But once you've started the process, it kind of saves you a lot more time. So what the point I'm trying to make is that it's not something that has to be done right here, right now.
Do you mean the sprinkler still has to come down? Like isn't it just, it's done already? It's just.
You have a sprinkler system?
There is a sprinkler system, yes. They upgraded it. They updated it. The issue was if I put drop ceiling back in, that would need to come down. That was the problem. So I eliminated the problem by forget drop ceilings. We're not gonna mess with the sprinklers.
Oh yeah, perfect then. Yeah. Sorry, I heard it as you needed to do both.
To put in sprinklers? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. So forget what I just said then. Okay, awesome. So yeah, I agree. Definitely remove the ceiling tile, do the exposed ceiling. It'll be a bigger vibe. It'll look way cooler anyway. So definitely do that. Which is my next thing to talk about the exposed ceiling. Okay, the floor, the polished concrete or the LVT. Have you quoted out either of these things?
The few quotes I got, yes. The 2 companies I spoke to, one gave me $8,500. They haven't been here yet, so I'm trying to get them to come out here on.
Wait, $500 for what?
$8,500 for polished concrete.
Okay.
And it's basically, I went on their website, I tried to talk to somebody, we've been emailing back and forth. They said that I guesstimated the size of the space to be, if you don't count the bathrooms and you don't count the outside extra space, I guesstimated this would be about 2,500 to 3,000 square foot of floor, and they quoted me 8,500. That was the lowest quote I found for the polished concrete. The other quote was 8,750.
Okay. Those aren't bad quotes. And is that for the entire 3,000 square feet?
That's what I was given, yes. But they haven't come out here and actually seen the space. They haven't given me a sample. I told them I wanted them to come out next week to see if they can get this glue off the floor, and let's see what the concrete actually looks like.
Yeah, 8,500 definitely seems very affordable, but being that it's sight unseen,
Yeah.
that's definitely subject to change. I would bet that they're gonna, once they come and see it, it's gonna, and I don't, to be honest, I don't even know why they give you a quote sight unseen.
That's what I said. I was like, that's weird.
That's very, very risky.
Yeah.
But they're probably just trying to give you kind of like a roundabout until they actually do see it. That's kind of like how some people operate when they're giving quotes. But yeah, 8,500 for 3,000 square feet definitely seems very, very affordable, almost questionable. With that being said, so here's the thing, right? When you say polished concrete, do you mean like basically like high traffic floor polish?
No, I mean like they sand it down to the concrete. I've been trying to do some research, and it's the pure concrete, and then it'll be sealed. It'll have the I guess 2 or 3 layers is what they told me of the sealant, and it's supposed to be waterproof, all those other things, and it's supposed to last a long time. So that's the research that I've been kind of doing. I know there's different things. You can stain it and seal it. This is not stain and seal. This is actually, they're gonna be here polishing the floor all the way down till the actual concrete itself is shiny.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll seal it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it online right now. I'm kind of seeing how it looks. I like it. I like the way it looks. I just don't. Yeah, I don't. The quote seems.
It seems too good to be true. I already know. That's why I was like, I need them to come out here and see the floor first. But the landlord, they're one of the. I found out on the landlord's website, because they are a big real estate company and they have a lot of properties. These are vendors that their tenants have used before and they are familiar with. So I asked him about it yesterday, and he's like, oh yeah, he knows them. So I'm guessing they're kind of already approved by the landlord, but he did send me a list of 4 other polished concrete companies I'm gonna reach out to. Yeah.
When you do get those quotes, definitely have us take a look at it as well.
Okay.
You can kind of get an idea and see like what kind of makes sense, what doesn't. Also, I want you to bring on a coaching call so we can kind of take an idea of the quality of work, because like I said, 8,500, it seems to sand it down and then polish it, iffy.
Yeah.
And like, iffy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
But LVT would definitely be a lot more expensive for sure.
Yeah.
I do like the polished concrete idea.
For LVT, I was trying to shop around at least 4,000 to 5,000 just for product.
For material, yeah.
Yeah, and the quote I got from, this is a guy who his boss has a license, and because I was trying to do I don't want to say the Jose Juan thing, but he does his own projects and he has a lot of reviews on Thumbtack, and he told me it would be at least 5,000 for labor. Yeah. So I'm trying to see, I was like, I'll install it with you. Like, you can teach me how to do flooring. I'm fine with that.
5,000 honestly for 3,000 square feet is pretty affordable.
Yeah, that's what so I'm still keeping him on the back of my mind. So we'll still revisit that.
So which finish would you prefer?
The polish.
Both based on what you've heard so far, they're not far off. So which would you prefer?
The polished concrete. I like the shiny look. I like that it's the longevity of it. And it's not like I'm trying to be as wasteless as possible and not have to bring in product that may end up having to be replaced in the future. So yeah.
I like the look too. I've seen venues with it. It definitely looks clean. It definitely looks modern. And then the maintenance on it is very easy as well. So, okay, cool. I like that idea. Like I mentioned, the quotes are a little concerning.
Yeah.
They're like almost like too good to be true. I didn't want to say it, but yes, they are a little bit too good to be true. But I mean, hey, look, listen, if the landlord's the plug and, you know, they're good people and they have good quality service, then who am I to judge, right? The bathrooms, I kind of going back to what I said about the whole ADA thing and whatnot, I would keep the bathrooms super MVP right now. Probably go to Home Goods, go to Ross, just get like some light decor and just keep it really neutral. I didn't fix my bathrooms for 2 years while I had my first venue. So like it's nothing that your budget, like no more than like $1,000 of your budget should go towards fixing bathrooms.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
The water not being on is a concern.
Is it supposed to be on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because water is always supposed to be on. I mean, the only time it's off is like if somebody doesn't pay their bill and it gets, you know what I'm saying? So how long has this property been vacant?
I'm not quite sure. It sounds like they recently bought it. like the whole sprinkler system thing. They did that. They did the updates and stuff last year. I think they recently bought this space from the way it sounds like. Like we tried to flush. Yeah, there's no water in here.
So are you the first tenant in this building?
In this, well, the second tenant in this building, there's 5 or 6 units. I think there's 7 units. 3 of them were taken by a nonprofit. They've been doing construction, and I'm the second one with these 2 units.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the other 2 are still vacant.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. But it seems to me, if like you said, if they just recently bought the building, then this is the first round of tenants. Like, it's not like it's a building that's been around for 20, 30 years and it's been past 2 owners. Like, you guys are basically the first round of tenants. So what they probably did is they probably never turned on the water. And then as the tenants came in, each tenant turned on their own water. Now, here's my next question.
But this is not a brand new building, though. Is that what you're saying? There's a restaurant here that's been here. So I think they've like been grandfathered into this landlord. So they've been here. I tried to do the research. This was owned by a different company previously.
Okay.
Yeah. So the restaurant has been here, but the rest of the building is what is being leased right now.
Understood. Okay. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of like why the water is not on.
It's turned off. Okay.
I've never seen. I don't. That's not common. That's not common for like the. But not the biggest deal in the world.
Okay.
Is in your lease, is it sub-metered or are you paying a percentage?
That's confusing to me. I think I did see about sub-metered. I talked to my attorney about that. I believe it is sub-metered. Like, where should I be looking to confirm that? Should I have a meter outside?
No, your lease and the attorney that you went through should. That's very, very important. The most material things in the lease.
Sub-meter would mean I'm paying my own utilities, right?
Sub-metered would mean yes. Like your usage is your usage.
Yeah, it's my usage. It is. I have to call and set all that stuff up.
Okay, all right, cool. So it's sub-metered. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah. So all right, so then I would just do that ASAP. I would go, call, get that set up and whatnot, because the water not being on was very concerned. Because usually what happens is that the landlord has it on, and then the new tenant takes over the bill. That's usually what happens.
Okay.
Meter, but I don't have all the context in this particular case, so it is what it is. Going back to the storage room in the back.
Yeah.
Can we go back over there?
Sure. I believe this was where we were thinking the wall would come out, like the door, if we went into the other space to connect them. That's what the architect was talking about, but I took that off the plans because I think demolition was going to be about 2,000-3,000, and then
definitely like the idea of storage right now. Yeah, I like the idea of storage. And when I say storage, I mean like rentals, like walls, backdrops, throne chairs, things of that nature. Like that's what this should be used for.
Okay.
And then of course you can throw on like your mops and brooms or whatever the case may be, a little extra paint. But that's what that room should be for.
Okay, it's the garage and this room, so it's like a 2-for-1, I guess.
Yeah. So you have the garage.
This is the office space. They called it the landlord's office, I guess, previously. It has a door. This is the doorway outside. And then this is the garage. There's the garage door. They both have, I don't know what you guys call those things, the ACs units in here.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
Since this is not connected as of yet, when it is connected in the future, maybe kitchenette, food prep area, whatever the case may be. But since it's not connected just yet, this should just be like rentals.
Okay.
Because you're the people who has access to it, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
You know what I'm saying? That's where it's going to take a picture. Yeah, that should definitely be just rentals right now. Let's go into the second unit again.
The other suite.
Quick, so what is the plan with the stairs, I see the bath, so the bathrooms are on this side and then...
So this is one bathroom on this side. The other bathroom is on the opposite wall. So when this wall comes down, there's the bathroom. This was gonna be the kitchenette. I was gonna have cabinets here for the kitchenette.
Okay.
The sink for the kitchenette, obviously connecting to the plumbing of the bathrooms that's already over there. I figured that was the easiest thing.
Okay, so you said you're gonna put kitchenette amenities in that corner.
This corner, yes, and then next to it, we were talking about a little closet, like a mop sink closet. The mop sink would be in a little closet thing that he would drywall out or whatever, but that's still up in the air as well. So those two.
So wait, so you're gonna Walk me through that. You said a drywall closet.
So like he's gonna build a little closet and we'll have the mop sink in the closet, so it's out of sight. I figured to clean the floors and stuff, where am I getting my water from? Just the bathroom sinks or the kitchen sink? So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Why would you put another closet in the middle like that and take up like unnecessary space?
Not in the middle because it's backing the bathrooms already. So when that wall comes down, this part of the wall is staying because of the bathrooms anyway.
Yeah. Right.
So it was gonna be here next to the kitchenette, but it would be a closet that like it doesn't look ugly. Like you don't.
It's already gonna have a sink, no?
I guess I figured I wasn't trying to pour stuff in the sink, like mop water in the sink or something like that. I've already been told by others I can just pour it down the toilet, so it is what it is. So okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't build another sink just for that one usage, because then you're taking up unnecessary space, and that's an unnecessary expense.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do like the kitchen. Amenities kind of backing the bathroom because it keeps everything in one spot.
Right.
But I wouldn't have it any farther than that. Like those are that, and then maybe eventually put up a little wall just so it's kind of out the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave it at that.
What would you suggest about the stairs? Because they're here. I don't know what else to do with them. Obviously, they need to be repaired. So
Yeah.
I think this is
those stairs, right? Because that's how
Yeah.
it is.
exactly.
Yes. So the stairs have to stay, but the stairs could be fixed. Like any contractor, handyman, grab a guy from Home Depot, he can fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just removing the carpet. Because I remember I had stairs in Fulton, my first venue, and I had to do the exact same thing. So they can rip out the wood, put in some new wood, and keep it moving.
Okay. Should it also have railings on this side too? Is that a safety thing? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Railings, you must keep the railings.
Okay.
Any stairs, you always want railings. And if your insurance didn't tell you that, I'm telling you that.
Yeah, one side didn't have railings, so I was like, I figured we'd have to put that in.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would definitely add railings. It's not going to be too expensive. You can get like what's it called? Like a metal worker,
Mm-hmm.
like an iron works, like a welder.
Okay.
They can weld it on. It'll be like a couple $100, but it's for safety. It's definitely I would do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want no kids falling off or anything like that. The peel and stick tiles for the
Mhm.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk me through that plan?
Just a simple renovation for the bathroom. Figured I'd paint the walls. Some kind of peel and stick, get that on the floors.
Can I see the floors again?
Yeah. All the three bathrooms, the floors, this side, the other side is different from this one. This one has some kind of tile on the floor. Pretty disgusting right now, but I don't know if you can see properly. I don't have my flashlight.
Oh my God.
You can see it. It's like a navy blue kind of thing. And then the ceiling tiles need to be put back in the ceiling. This is what the ceiling's looking at right now.
Yeah.
This is the biggest bathroom so far. So
Yeah. Peeling on a bathroom floor wouldn't be the best idea, only because water is gonna creep underneath it very, very easily. Like you don't really put peel and stick in it. I would put just regular ceramic tile if you want to keep it pretty pure.
So rip off this tile or put it on top?
You put it on top.
Oh, okay.
You can put it on top. But yeah, if you put peel and stick and then all that water, it's gonna pee.
Okay.
It's gonna black me, right?
All right, I'll try that route then.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit more expensive, but you're gonna be saving on the back end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was a floating sink idea that you were gonna put in a bathroom.
It was for that other bathroom, the one where the wall would be extended out a little bit for the ADA. So I was gonna replace that sink cabinet in there with a floating sink.
What's going on, guys? Brian here. So I'm so sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to take this time to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps push the video forward so we can get it out to more viewers like you that could really utilize this information. So if you could just take 2 seconds, there'll be a button right below, right next to my name that says subscribe. If you could just go ahead and do that, that's my only ask. That's the only thing I'm asking for. It just really helps the team. It just lets us know that the videos that we're going out are good quality and that they're really helping people. All right, so please do me a quick favor, hit subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Back to the video.
I found a really cute one on Home Depot, about $170. So
Right, and the floating sink, it basically just doesn't have the cabinet, right?
yes, so that would meet I would put it at the correct height for the ADA requirements. So that would
Right.
meet that, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So there wouldn't be a cabinet in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the cabinet idea. Gives you a little extra.
I lost you. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. I can see you. I just can't hear you. I don't know if that's on my end. I didn't do anything. Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not, and this is totally up to you. I'm just kind of nitpicking here. I'm the biggest fan of the switching out for the floating sink. It just sounds like an unnecessary expense for me. I know what you're kind of talking about, like, oh, okay, cool, like I'm going in the direction of ADA and whatnot. We kind of spoke about that towards the beginning of the video, but I do think it's an unnecessary expense. Me personally, I would leave it for right now.
Okay.
But that one's up to you. That one, I'm not in either direction. The bigger concern for this side is the electrical wiring and the ceiling. Because like I mentioned, the floor and the electrical wiring, that's going to be the biggest expense. How I would personally go about it is you're already removing all the metal and whatnot, right? That's already coming out. I would have like a local electrician just see what he can be, see what needs to be. What kind of lighting are you thinking about doing?
I was looking, I'm eventually gonna get chandeliers, but for now, it's gonna be the, like you said, the pendant, the hanging down lighting. The architect called it low, I can't remember the name, low something lighting. He called it, like in the, I guess it's some kind of industrial lighting they use in industrial spaces like that, in those not shop lights, not those ugly ones, but I can send you what it looks like. And
I know what you're talking about.
Low bay lighting. He said low bay lighting. I don't know. I still don't know what that means, but I saw a picture of it. Yeah.
So what I would do, me personally, is I would have an electrician use whatever wiring, and like I said, this is going to be the bulk. Like this and the floor is going to be the most expensive stuff. You knock those things out, everything else is irrelevant. Which is also why I'm kind of going through and I'm saying, hey, don't waste money over here, don't waste money over here, because that's, if you want to stay under 20K, this is what you need to focus on.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would have a local electrician use what wiring he needs to get the pendant lights down, the looping lighting down, or whatever the case may be. Patch up cut and cap everything else.
Okay.
Cut and cap everything else. Make it look pretty. That would be the idea, because there's a lot of external wires, which is obviously because there was a drop ceiling there.
Yeah.
But I would have them start out with saying, hey, look, listen, use what lighting you need, BX cables, whatever the case may be, junction boxes, to go get those pendant lightings out. And even with that, I wouldn't go crazy on the pendant lightings, maybe like one every like 6 feet or something like that, and then cut and cap everything else. Call it a day.
Okay.
You know? Also be transparent with him with your budget. Like, hey, I'm allocating $8,000 to this, $6,000 to this. What can I get?
Okay.
Because at least that way, if he's, you know, professional and respectful, he'll be able to say, hey, okay, well, I can do this, or why don't we do that?
Okay. I'll definitely do that. That makes more sense rather than leaving it open for them to just give me any price.
Yeah.
The other expense with the ceiling, why the ceiling is becoming a issue is, so if you can see that's all dry, insulation is exposed. So the architect, with them taking the wall down or doing all that stuff, that needs to be drywalled, and this is the front and the back of this side. The other side of the building, it's on 3 walls, the front, the back, and then that other exterior wall. So the drywall has to go up around all of that. And then what are your thoughts on the HVAC? Like, you have a better look at what the HVAC looks like here.
Yeah, I'm all for leaving it exposed. I don't have a problem leaving it.
Painting it black. I've seen some people do white. I've seen some people do black. For this space,
I would do black. I would leave
black.
it black.
Okay. And that's not the whole ceiling, just the HVAC? I figured that might be the cheapest option, just to spray the HVAC itself. And
yeah. Go ahead, I'm listening.
And I wanted to do the whole ceiling black, but I don't know. I need to get quotes on that, just that.
Right. It's going, if you want to do the whole ceiling black.
I think they said they would do it up to where you see the drywall and the paint, that demarcation. The guy who came out here said they would paint it black up to where the HVAC is, so it kind of matches. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I do. Here are my thoughts. It's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Well, no, you don't have to be afraid. Me personally, I might even just leave it alone for right now. We're doing MVP, right? If we want to keep it under a $20,000 budget, like, we can't have our cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? spray painting the entire HVAC and ceiling in a good professional job so that it does not look tacky, because if it looks tacky, you just wasted your money, right? Doing it professionally and clean, you're at least 3,000, at least.
3,000 sounds better than what I heard before.
Well, that's like,
Yeah.
3,000 is like the homeboy price.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. And what quotes have you gotten so far?
When I was getting quotes for the walls and the ceilings. They told me about, and they were talking about something with, because it's a brick ceiling behind the insulation, and so it came out to 27. And there was a bunch of extra stuff in there, and they said that included materials and labor. So obviously, yeah, for the walls and the ceiling. So I immediately said, forget about the walls. I need to reach out to them to give me a quote for the ceiling only. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good. I would go about it like this, and this is why we're having this conversation, right? I would go about it like this, right? If they quote you anything, once the floors are taken care of, bathrooms taken care of, ceilings taken care of, look at what you have left.
Okay.
Look at what you have left, right? If it's gonna cost anything more than, like, say for example you've got like $6K left, right? Me personally, I would just make it look clean and leave it alone for right now. Come back and do it another day. Make your money first. Make your money now.
Right.
First 6 months, just make your money, get your return on investment back, and then turn around and do it later.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't jump and do that right this second. They don't look horrible. If it was chipping and peeling and all that stuff, I'd be like, all right, yeah, we gotta do this right now. But right now, it doesn't look bad. It's metal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't jump and do that right this second. But any questions, comments, or concerns on anything I mentioned so far?
No, pretty straightforward. So.
Okay, and of course you can always go back and watch this video in case you forget, right?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I think those are all my notes. Oh, my notes. Perfect. How do you feel?
I feel good. You think all of that can be done in like a month and a half, 2 months? I was saying end of April, mid-April, end of April to be done with this.
So the biggest things that are going to take the most time. So the wall can be knocked out in a day.
Okay.
Wall can be knocked out in a day. The biggest thing, which again I was going to talk to you a little bit after about, is the whole architect permit process and whatnot. But say for example, all that stuff comes through tomorrow, right? Wall can be knocked out in a day. Wall can be knocked out in a day. The flooring is going to take about 4 to 5 days. The ceilings, the wiring, taking all that stuff out, that's going to be done in like a week. About a week. But that could be done concurrently with the wall, right? So that can be done at the same time as the wall,
okay.
Right? Can't be done at the same time as the floor because obviously they need that space and you don't want people in their way. So like me personally, like I would get the floor done. I always like to paint stuff because I don't want all that stuff falling on the floor. So I would, but that's completely up to you. That's just a personal thing. I don't like to paint and stuff like that going on my floor that I gotta clean it.
So you do the floor last?
That's me personally. I like to do that last just because I don't like paint and stuff falling on my floor.
I agree.
Sorry?
No, I said I agree. I asked the people I got a quote from, what order would they come in? And they had said they would come in before we paint or deal with the walls because they don't damage the walls. And I was like,
right, that's the other side. That's how some people kind of look at it as well. Like, all right, cool. Like, I don't want to accidentally get grout and stuff on the walls after you paint. But here's the thing, right? It's much easier to fix the wall than fix the floor.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Repaint. To get this stuff off the floor, I gotta get acetone or I gotta scrape it off, and that's work.
Okay.
Work. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's no right or wrong answer to that. People have different ways of doing that, right? But yeah, so the floor is gonna take about a week. The ceiling and the electrical is gonna take about a week. Knocking out the wall is gonna take about a day, and then you have all your little, cutesy stuff like, getting the bathroom done and stuff like that. That'll take another couple of days. All in all, everything could be done in a month.
Okay.
But you have to understand what you're doing at the same time. So like if I was to jump in and buy your business tomorrow, I personally would get the electrician stuff done as soon as possible.
Okay.
I would get that stuff done as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Get him in there, get that taken care of, right? I would do the ceiling paint and stuff like that. Like we said, last, right? I would do the paint for the walls and everything after. That can honestly be done while the electrician is working. So while the electrician is working, all that stuff is being painted, and then once that stuff is done, I'm laying down the floor.
Okay.
Towards when the paint is almost done, I'm laying down the floors, and then pretty much we can start doing open houses at that point.
Right. That's the goal. Yeah.
So then we start running ads, we start listing online, start making money. And then as that's going, we start doing the nice little cutesy stuff, getting the bathroom ready, you know what I'm saying? And we're open for business, but that's how you get it done in 30 days. 60 days? Absolutely not. And here's the thing, right? You get it done in 30 days, now you have 5 months free rent.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Any questions, comments, or concerns on that?
Not at the moment, no.
No. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Also, are you ready?
I guess. Yes. I am ready. I'm ready.
A couple interview questions, you know.
Okay.
All right, so boom. I'm with Iffy, right? One of the first things that I want to know, what were you doing before you got into the event space business?
I've worked in the restaurant business since high school for, maybe 20 years or so overall, restaurant management. And then, because my degree was in hospitality and restaurant management, I've always wanted to do that. So kind of got burnt out a little bit. And then the last couple of years since 2021, I am a office manager for a security company out here in Maryland. And I also have an overnight job as a resident concierge, property management. Yeah, so like the front desk. Yeah, it's been a struggle, but it's like automatic now. So I'm trying to get out of it. I'm tired of it. I want to be in the apartment I'm paying rent for more than 4 hours a day. So I would like that. But so kind of got into this because of that. I'm trying to do better. So yeah.
I love it. Okay. So I mean, like, obviously you have a lot of experience in this industry. Why did you even choose to go with like a group, like event space?
Like an event venue? I've actually worked with an event planner for a year or two, and I'm still with her on and off doing wedding coordinating, the actual day of coordinating. So I see the event stuff. I enjoy it. I don't think I would want to be a full planner, like dealing with all of that and inventory and all those things. So this was a great way, after I found out about actually owning a venue, I felt like this was a great way to do a little bit of that and still have my time and other things. And I learned about you guys after doing some research on YouTube and the internet, and saw a lot of your videos. I've been obsessed with your videos since last year. I've been watching all of them, and I'm still watching all of them. So I decided, what you're offering. I've seen there's other mentors, but I saw your story and like you actually showed stuff. There's a lot of mentors who talk about it, do this, do that, but then you have to go, obviously nothing is free. You have to go pay to actually see anything. But you did give, I know you always say you give sauce. So you did give sauce that we can see a little bit on your YouTube videos. You actually had a venue and you showed us your venues. And I know you don't have them anymore at the moment, but you have the coaches. There's other coaches who have their venues and are active doing it right now. So that made more sense to me to actually make the leap and join this community, join the ESE. And it's been a journey. It's about, next month is gonna be a year exactly since I joined you guys. And it's been a struggle out here in the DMV, but I have my keys now. This group made that possible, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't, knowing myself, and I love to do projects, I love to do stuff, and everybody says I'm always jumping back and forth between different things, so I love to work with my hands. I love crafty things, I love projects, but after a while I start to lose steam. Like I'll find something else that interests me. And being in ESE kind of kept me, I guess, focused somewhat. If I had tried to do this on my own, I know myself, I wouldn't have stuck with it this long.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think joining the mentorship and being held accountable definitely made it more doable for me. That's why I felt, I have friends who are like, you could have just done this yourself, you could have just done this research yourself. I was like, but how long would that have taken? I don't know anybody, like I don't know anything. So that's kind of why being in the group definitely helped me. So
I mean, shout out to you. I mean, you did the work, right? There's a lot of people who, even after joining or after and doing all this research and whatnot, they still don't have their venue. You do. And that's what makes the difference, right? It's like those people were like, oh yeah, you could have just done it on your own. Well, why didn't you? That's the first question I'm gonna ask. I'm like, well, you've been trying to do this for 6 months. You've been trying to do this for a year. You've been feeling burnt out for all this time. Why don't you have it? Oh, okay, cool, crickets. But you did it, you're here, you're standing in your venue today. There's a lot of people in the DMV can't say the same thing, you feel me? So I mean, how has owning your own, I just wanna make sure my camera is tapped. It tapped out, that's like a 30-minute limit, let's turn it back on, cool. So now that you do have your own venue, how has that kind of changed things? What's like a day-to-day, what's like the lifestyle like now?
it's not much change yet. Still, I go to work in the morning, go to work at night. I'm trying to see how much more I can push out of myself until this gets going. I know one of the questions I asked you the first time I met you or spoke with you was, at what point do you think I could let go of my other jobs, or at least one of them? And I still have personal bills, so that's not going to be possible for another couple of months. I'm going to figure it out somehow. We're gonna make it work. Not much has changed. I just feel, I think the last couple of days I felt a little bit weird after signing the lease, and I finally got the key yesterday. I thought I would be jumping up and down. Oh my God. I'm like, this is weird. It feels a little bit weird. Like it's still sinking in. So, but not much change outside of anything. I feel more grown up, I guess. Grown up as in, oh my God, I'm messing around with all this money, like the funding. It burned a little bit to send that money to the landlord yesterday, but I was like, I guess this is grown people thing. So
Risk.
exactly, the risk. I'm trying not to think about it too much, but it's gonna happen. It has to. It's not an if, it's a when. So that's where I'm at right now. I still feel a little bit weird. This is my venue. I kind of sent a message to my friends and I'm like, I got the keys. So we'll see how it goes.
It's okay to feel weird. and it's okay that it doesn't feel like a big deal, because it's like, this is what you've been working at for. It's almost like, all right, cool, like I put all the ingredients in the oven, I have a cake. You shouldn't be surprised that you have a cake. You put all the ingredients together and you baked it.
Right.
So it shouldn't be a surprise. It should, and almost like, yeah, it could feel a little bit weird. It's like, all right, like it looks different now. Like, wow, like this is mine. So everything that you're feeling right now is totally okay. You know what I mean? But this is the first step.
Right.
You know, like this is the first step of a new journey. Everything that you've done before has culminated into this moment. You know, you took the risk, you took the action, and you were going to be able to step out on faith and say, hey guys, look, I was able to leave my job. I was able to leave one of the jobs, because now the income that I'm making now, just to kind of go back to the question that you asked me before, now the income that I'm making from my event space is doing more for me than one of my jobs, than all of my jobs.
Right.
So stepping back, you feel me?
Yeah.
Gotta stick with it. So I mean, I guess that leads to my last and final question, which would be, what would you say to somebody who is considering starting an event-based business but might be feeling a little bit nervous, might be feeling like they can't really step out on faith right now, they might even be considering event-based leads? What would you say? What would you tell them to get them to take that leap?
I guess it's just stop being scared, or the only thing holding you back, like in my situation, was myself. I'm still scared, I'm terrified, but you won't know how far you get until you actually do something. So yeah, that's what I feel like right now. If I hadn't done anything last March, would I be here? If I hadn't took that credit card and did the installment payments to join ESC, where would I be right now?
That was powerful.
I'm a crybaby, but yeah, so.
It's okay. It's okay. You could wipe your tears with the new money that you made.
Right.
So I gotta let the people know one more time. You know, I'm gonna let you let the people know. Let the people know one more time who we're with, where we're at, and what we're doing.
My name is Ifiara. I'm in the DMV. This is Severn, Maryland. Welcome to my space, Catalea House. Instagram is at Catalea House, 8141 Telegraph Road, Severn, Maryland. So yeah, trying to remember.
Guys, we're we're gonna drop the Instagram, and honestly, soon we're gonna stop dropping the Instagram. I'm letting everybody know right now because some people lately have been weird messaging our clients, asking them a whole bunch of weird stuff, and it's kind of getting a little crazy. So this might be one of the last videos that we drop the Instagram and whatnot because
Okay.
to my clients. But anyway, for this video, we're gonna be dropping the Instagram in the chat so y'all can follow Ify on her journey and y'all can see how to lay a house go absolutely crazy. Y'all already know what it is. Kid Billionaire Me. You get it. Let's go.